Our gentleman from Wisconsin.
Speaker, I yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from Texas, Dr. Paul.
Gentleman from Texas is recognized for 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding, and I ask unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in opposition to this amendment. I do not believe much good will come of it. A lot of good intentions are put into the effort, but I see no real benefit. It was mentioned earlier that those who supported campaign finance laws were inconsistent. And others would say that we don't have to worry about the First Amendment when we're dealing with the Flag Amendment. But I would suggest there's another position. Why can't we be for the First Amendment when it comes to campaign finance reform and not ask the government to regulate the way we spend our money and advertise? At the same time, we protect the First Amendment here. It seems that that consistency is absent in this debate. It is said by the chairman of the committee that he doesn't want to hear much more about the First Amendment. We've done it before, so therefore it must be okay. But we shouldn't give up that easily. He suggested that we have amended the Constitution before when the courts have ruled a certain way. And he is absolutely right. We can do that, and we have done that. But to use the 16th Amendment as a beautiful example of how the Congress solves problems, I would say that I would expect the same kind of dilemma coming out of this amendment as we have out of the 16th Amendment, which, by the way, has been questioned by some historians as being correctly ratified. I think one of our problems have been that we have drifted away from the rule of law. We have drifted away from saying that laws ought to be clear and precise, and we ought to all have a literal interpretation of the laws. The gentleman earlier has said that there are laws against slander, so therefore we do violate the First Amendment. Believe me, I have never read or heard about a legislative body or a judge who argued that you can lie and commit fraud under the First Amendment. But the First Amendment does say Congress shall write no laws. That's precise. So even the laws dealing with fraud and slander should be written by the states. This is not a justification for us to write an amendment that says Congress shall write laws restricting expression through the desecration of the flag. So we don't know what the laws are. But when the laws are written, that's when the conflict comes. This amendment, as written so far, doesn't cause the conflict. It will be the laws that will be written, and then we will have to decide what desecration is and many other things. Earlier in the debate, it was said that an individual may well be unpatriotic if he voted against a defense appropriation bill. I have voted against the defense appropriation bill because too much money in the defense budget goes to militarism that doesn't really protect our country. I don't believe that is being unpatriotic.
Gentleman from New York.